Jesus said, "Love your neighbor as yourself." It's one of the most familiar teachings in the Bible, so familiar in fact, that many people no longer stop to think about what it actually means. But there is a question almost nobody asks. How can I truly love another person if I'm unaware of the way I treat myself? When people hear this passage, they usually focus on the first part, love your neighbor. But Jesus added something essential, as yourself. Why? Why did he connect those two things? Perhaps because the way we relate to others is deeply connected to the way we relate to ourselves. Many people believe they love themselves, but do they really observe their own thoughts? Not the words they say out loud, the words they repeat in silence, because there is a difference between the words that leave our mouths and the words that live inside our minds when nobody else is listening. For years, I never walked around saying I was a failure. I never told people I wasn't enough, but many times I felt that way. I pushed myself relentlessly. I compared myself. I judged myself. I looked in the mirror and focused on flaws. I believed I needed to do more, be more, prove more. And perhaps the most interesting part is that I barely noticed. I thought I was simply being disciplined, demanding, responsible. But today I ask myself, was I treating myself the same way I would treat someone I deeply love? If a friend came to me afraid, I would encourage them. If they made a mistake, I would understand. If they were exhausted, I would show compassion. Yet, when I failed, when I felt insecure, when I made mistakes, I often did the exact opposite. And perhaps many people do the same without realizing it. Imagine a mirror. A mirror doesn't create an image. It simply reflects what stands before it. If you smile, it smiles back. If you approach it with harshness, it reflects harshness. Our relationships often work the same way. The way we relate to others frequently reflects the way we relate to ourselves. If inside me there is only judgment, criticism, impatience, rejection, how can I offer others what I cannot offer myself? Maybe that's why Jesus placed those two ideas in the same sentence. Because what exists within us eventually overflows into our relationships. This doesn't mean becoming perfect, and it doesn't mean admiring your own reflection. Maybe loving yourself is much simpler than that. Maybe it means stopping the war against yourself. Maybe it means offering yourself the same compassion you would naturally give someone you deeply love. And perhaps that is one of the most overlooked parts of this teaching. Before loving your neighbor, observe the relationship you have with yourself, because it quietly shapes every other relationship in your life. So let me leave you with a question. When you make a mistake, when you fail, when fear appears, does the voice inside your mind speak like someone who loves you, or like someone who accuses you? And if that voice wasn't born with you, who taught you to speak to yourself that way? What if the way you treat others is a reflection of how you treat yourself? That's exactly what we'll explore in the next video, because sometimes the words of Jesus are not asking us to look farther away, but deeper within. Subscribe if you'd like to continue this journey.